Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today we are going to do another Flashback Sunday video. Today's Flashback Sunday video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts about Avengers Age of Ultron and Captain America Civil War. Okay, so first off with Avengers Age of Ultron. Okay, so Avengers Age of Ultron is one of my favorite Avengers movies for a lot of different reasons. One of those reasons I like Avengers Age of Ultron is because, you have your old characters come back from the original one, and they have some new friends too, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. And so, everything's going all good and all hunky-dory and stuff until Tony Stark decides to build a AI that ends up being very, very bad, and the AI, which we know as Ultron, he kind of crashes the party that the Avengers have at Avengers Tower, and then a lot of and throughout the movie there's also clips that go back and forth between the Avengers and then also with Baron Zemo and then of course Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. So yeah, we at first you realize that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were working with Ultron, but then they realize, oh crap, we see what you're doing. So they switch sides and they join the Avengers. And then the battle of Sokovia, which is a very, 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 very devastating battle. And the reason for that being so devastating was because, Ultron, he gets hold of vibranium and he makes a lot of robots, which are his army, and then the Avengers have to save the city and stuff, like they always do. And so that's basically kind of all what happens in Avengers Age of Ultron. I know I'm missing a lot out of it, but for sake of time, I'm trying to include my thoughts about the other movie I wanted to talk about. And that movie I want to talk about next is Captain America Civil War. Okay, so Captain America Civil War, however, on the other hand, is almost identical to Avengers Age of Ultron. The only real difference is that so we know that the Battle of Sokovia was very, very, very bad and stuff like that. But then, at first, everything was okay, and then until these documents come out issuing that the Avengers should work for the government. But then, of course, some support it, some were against it, and Iron Man was for, Captain America was against, and then, everything had to draw a line. So then, when the line was drawn, then Captain America was on his own, and he gathered some of his friends, and stuff like that, and then Iron Man, on the other hand, gathered his friends, and then you have the most iconic battle in the whole movie, which is the airport battle. And from the airport battle, that is where you first get to see Black Panther and Tom Holland's Spider-Man make their first debuts in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, so that's cool and stuff. But then the movie just gets darker and darker and darker, and things get kind of more violent and violent and violent, and stuff kind of really gets really heated up between Captain America and Iron Man and stuff. So then the last battle scene they had that was pretty important in that movie was that you had Iron Man fighting alone against Captain America and his partner Winter Soldier, otherwise known as Bucky Barnes, and they fight in one of the darkest places imaginable. But then this fight scene that had Captain America and Winter Soldier, and them fighting Iron Man, it was a very, very, very intense fight. And so after that intense fight, then everything kind of settled out and stuff. And yeah, I know I'm also leaving a lot of parts out of that movie as well, but for sake of time, I just want to talk about my thoughts and some of the highlights of those movies. So yeah, guys, if you get a chance, please subscribe to my channel. You guys have a nice day. Thanks.